to the live tapping experience. Yeah, you made it. Everyone just tap on your chest right now like a monkey. Just tap really wild, release it all for the day. Tap with me. Yeah, really fast all over your body. Tapping all over your body right now just for 10 more seconds. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a big deep breath in and release a big sigh. Let it all out. Another deep breath in, release a big sigh. Beautiful, 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 my loves. Welcome. It is such a joy to see all of these amazing special faces. Wow, you all look so beautiful today. Thank you for showing up, knowing that you're showing up for yourself. And as you show up for yourself, you show up for the whole world around you, because when you are in that aligned space, the blessings magnify and you're able to not only support all of your dreams, so you're able to support the dreams of others. So thank you for choosing you tonight. I am going to take you guys on a really deep, beautiful journey that's going to teach you how to share tapping with yourself and with others. And it's going to show you how to transform some of the deepest pains that we are confronted with. Give me a raise of hands. Who's been having some things come up in their life recently that need some love? Yeah, right. We all are working through stuff these days, and that's just part of being human. It's totally natural. And we don't have to be perfect, right? Because part of being a human is discovering and learning and figuring things out and making mistakes and everything in between, and getting a little messy and then getting the clarity from what that meant. And we give ourselves permission to be in it all. And that level of permission allows us to grow a lot more quickly. Because when we blame or shame or think that we should have known better, or that someone else should have known better, then we actually stop the potential to get the lesson. And so tonight, I'm going to take you through 3 simple steps to transform grief or any other kind of emotion that's intense into a space of grace. But before we dive in, I want to head on over to the chat area and let us know, where in the world are you? Tapping can heal physical pain. Absolutely. Tapping is connected to the energetic body. The energetic body weaves into the physical body. It blends modern psychology as well as Chinese medicine. So in Chinese medicine, we're going to be tapping on energy points that connect into meridians in the body that help clear out the somatic trauma that we get stored inside of our system. So yes, there is a process to clear it out of the body. All right, Australia, California, Canada, San Diego, Mexico, Tasmania. I love all these Aussies in the house. Toronto, Canada, and some Canadians there as well. Alberta, beautiful. New Zealand, Michigan, Sydney, Wisconsin, Vancouver Island, beautiful. And thank you for turning on your video. I think it's such an honor to come into community and to share our faces, because so much of the time when we are working through emotions, we have been trained to believe that we should have shame around feeling messy and that no one should see. But this is a circle where we get to be raw, and we get to show others through sharing our face, if we choose, that it's okay to feel emotion, that we can be witness in our emotion. That actually gives everyone permission to know that we are all human and we all feel emotion, and there's nothing at all to be ashamed about. Actually, crying is a way of moving energy. So it's actually a very intelligent system in the body. When we allow ourselves to cry, when we allow ourselves to release, we're actually tapping into a divine intelligence that is coded inside the body. And so what could be more beautiful than allowing the intelligent system to express itself and to show the world what is possible through that? So thank you for turning your cameras on if you feel comfortable tonight. Towards the end of the workshop, we will also give you an opportunity to everyone turn on their audio, and we're going to do a laughter tap together where you're going to get to see and hear everyone just laughing their heads off, which is going to be a beautiful flush of healthy, happy hormones through the system at the end of the program. So in the middle of the session is going to be the most intense for all of you, especially if you go deep with the process, which I'm going to call you into, because I'm going to be asking you to look at all of those uncomfortable emotions. And as you bring up those emotions, we're going to bring them love, we're going to bring them empathy, we're going to give them forgiveness, we're going to wrap our arms around them, we're going to give inner child healing, and we're going to help transform all that stuff that's been living underneath the surface. So in order to do that, you have to feel. So I'm going to invite you to feel whatever is there. 100% permission to feel all of your emotions tonight or today, depending on what time zone you're in. And in the process of doing that, in the process of feeling, there is healing. If you are suppressing emotions, it doesn't make the emotion go away. It just creates a lot of tension in your system. So instead of the old way of suppressing, we invite ourselves to feel it and process it through the body, through the presence of love. So that's what the session's going to be about. I know many of you are in the coaching fields or are in your own self-help practice or are helping others, friends, family members, or in your own businesses. You love to help the world. That's part of being a spiritual human being. The more you heal yourself, the more you want to heal others. And so I'm going to share something with you tonight that you can apply in your own life or apply if you are helping others through a hard transition or something. So I'm going to jump on over to my screen share right now, just so that I can bring it up. Okay, so a little bit of mental connection before we dive into the emotional connection. And this particular PDF is going to be available to you in 48 hours. You'll get an email as well as a link to the replay as well. So you'll be able to come back, redo the tap if you want, and also download this PDF for yourselves as well. So the question of grief or any really intense emotion, a lot of the time for myself, if I'm having a huge amount of grief in the past, sometimes I would, and even actually recently, if I go so deep into grief, sometimes there's a point where you're like, am I ever going to come out of this? Am I just going to be a wallowing mess with like tissues and snotty nose all around me for the rest of my life? Like that can happen in our minds, right? And if we go into that place of fear, then the process of healing, it can often get trapped, or we can stop the process of feeling the grief, which actually wants to come out. Same thing with our clients or our friends and family when they're processing grief. They may also feel like it's a bottomless pit. So there's a few 3 steps that I have always found in my own practice with others and with myself that really create an embodiment of knowing that although I'm feeling a lot of emotion, I'm going to get through it. So they are as follows. Step 1 is presence. So the pain is calling for our presence. The more present we can be with each and every emotion, the sooner it will move out of the body and return to a place of peace, love, and healing. As I mentioned, oftentimes there can be avoidance, there can be numbing mechanisms, there can be distractions that we put in place to avoid feeling what is there. Yet the more we avoid it, the longer it sits in our life and creates all sorts of challenges. So we want to bring presence, which we're going to do tonight as a demonstration with your own life, so you can see how really bringing presence to emotions can help clear out the emotions quite quickly. The next step is consistency. And this is really an important thing, because when you're going through a big transformation, sometimes it means that it's going to be more than one session. Sometimes it means that you need to have other things in your life or in your clients' lives to help them feel more balanced on a day-to-day basis. So if you've both chosen a path together, then you want to show them that you're with them each step of the way, or that you're with yourself each step of the way. So it might be something as simple as setting up a series of sessions over several months so that you both have created a sacred commitment to the transformation process. When you know that you can rely on consistency, the burden of what you're carrying becomes less. If you have a belief, or your client has a belief that they have to get rid of it all right now because I don't know when I'm going to, and there's a pressure that actually slows down the healing process. So that's why if you are in a coaching business, I know earlier on, especially in your practice, some people are faced with, fear around selling larger coaching packages and things like that because it's a higher tier price point, right? But the truth is, there's so much value in creating a consistent set of sessions with someone, or a consistent set of sessions with yourself. And there's such value in having it on a schedule as well. So tonight, while you go through your tapping session within yourself, at the end, I'm going to ask you, what do you want to be consistent with in your life? And you're going to get to drop into that and create something for yourself, for your self-care, for how you want to grow, what you want to do in your life, and what you want to become. And then the final step is really trust. Holding a space of trust for yourself and for the other person's process will help magnify their ability to heal. If you are carrying any level of self-doubt about your ability to heal or to hold space for another's pain, then this is going to show up in the results. And a lot of the self-trust stuff that comes up is usually earlier programs that we picked up in life that made us not trust our core impulses, not trust our intuition, not trust our ability to connect to the guidance of the universe. And so through this session, I'm going to support you in returning to a deep level of trust inside yourself to know that you can get through anything that shows up, and that you can hold space for anyone, no matter what shows up for them as well. And if you are in the coaching industry, or if you are working with people that are going through a lot of intense things, having that level of certainty or assuredness can really help. So that's what we're going to do tonight. It's a very simple 3-step process that we're going to mingle into the whole tapping experience. And I know that some of you are even new to tapping, so welcome. And just tell me if you're in the chat area, if you are new to tapping, just put a yes if you are. And if you have tried tapping before, just let us know how long you've been tapping for. And the really beautiful thing, awesome, all these yeses, nice. So the beautiful thing about tapping is that you don't need to be a pro at it. It's really just like tapping on specific points of the body and bringing love and empathy to what you're feeling. That's really as simple as it is. So you can take this technique with you tonight, and you can just practice it at home as well. And you can do it very simply. So I'm really grateful that you have all joined. Okay, beautiful. Looking forward. 5th session, 1.5 years. New to your practice. Beautiful. Love this. Awesome. Okay. So to dive in, this is your sacred space. This is your opportunity to really give yourself the love that your life is calling for now. I know so many of you are in such deep service to the world around you and the people in your life that this is a time for you right now as you experience this practice. So I'm going to ask you just to turn off any distractions. Perhaps it's a beeping apps on your phone, or something in the background on your computer that might buzz. Just turn off anything so that you can really have this next hour as a sacred bubble for yourself, so that you can really get the transformative experience. If you want to grab a box of tissues, or grab a glass of water, pen and paper to jot anything down that might come through in the session, feel free to grab that now. And then we will begin. Beautiful. So taking this moment to just get yourself seated, getting yourself into a comfortable position. We're going to do a short meditation to drop into what wants to come through. After we've done the meditation, we're going to then move directly into the tapping session itself. You can follow along with me. If I ever say a word that doesn't feel like a fit, like I say, I feel angry and you actually feel sad, please change the word to match what you're feeling. If you don't know what you feel, just give the word I offer a go. And if an emotion comes out, it is a blessing, because we're here to neutralize emotion. So if something comes up, it is a gift for us to love it. So you can give every word I offer a go, or you can change the word to match what you actually know you feel. Beautiful. So let's just take a moment just to settle into our chairs, into our pillows that we're sitting on. And we bring all of the energy of the day right now into this time and space. We feel all of the energy from the day returning to our physical body. If we're just waking up, we bring the opening of a new day, the presence of this moment. If it's been a day filled with activity, we return to our physical body. And we imagine ourselves in a bubble right now, that nothing can get in and nothing can get out. And that this is our sacred time together. And taking a long, deep breath into your belly. Hold the breath. Feel all the energy in your whole field right now. And exhale, slowly releasing all the air out of your body, and hold the breath out. Hold the breath out. Inhaling, filling up your whole body with life force, with prana, with light. Hold the breath. Feeling into your intention right now for this experience. What do you want to release? What emotion, what core emotion wants to be released? What core pattern wants to be released? And gently blowing out, exhale. And then go ahead and head over to the chat area and just write in the chat, what is the most intense emotion that you would like to clear out tonight?
Great Spirit, bless my children.
We're releasing trauma, self-doubt, pain, anxiety, grief and fear, anxiety, fear, bitterness, self-doubt, pain, jealousy, doubt, fear, abandonment, self-sacrificing, anxiety, abandonment, disappointment, doubt, sadness, insecurity, imposter syndrome, fear, disappointment, torment, shame, grief, loss of self-esteem, abandonment, self-doubt, anxiety, childhood trauma, rage, past memories, abandonment, depression, bullying, lack, failure, not enoughness, depression. And for this and so much more, we call this into our field tonight, to be held in love, to be healed in love, to be released, clarified, so that we may step into the next chapter of our lives. We give ourselves gratitude for showing up, for being courageous to feel these emotions, to love these emotions, and to finally let them go. Taking one more deep breath in and releasing with a sigh. Beautiful. We're going to start now by massaging underneath the collarbone here. And I want you to tune into the thing that you just said that you're working on. Tuning into the thing that is the issue. If at any moment in the session you want to just go to the speaker view so you don't get distracted, you can. If you want to tap with the gallery view, you can. If you want to turn off chat, you can. If you want to turn it on, you can, just so you know. So tuning into this issue, this challenge right now, we're going to give ourselves permission to bring presence to it, as I said in step 1. So let's really bring it to the surface. I'm going to do a call and response. So you're going to repeat after me what the issue is. You're going to say it out loud. Okay? Tapping the center of the chest. I've been struggling with, and just tell me out loud what you've been struggling with, and just stay with me. I'll let you know when to put it in the chat, but it's better to stay with me through the process so that you can feel all the pieces. Great. So repeating after me, I've been struggling with. And just speaking it out loud. What's going on for you right now? And as you speak it out loud, you light up the pathways in the brain. You're able to access it in your emotional body. So speaking those words right now. Tapping between the brows. I've been struggling with. Tell me what you've been struggling with. Tapping the temples. I've been struggling with. Tell me what you've been struggling with. Tapping the cheeks. And it's been making me feel what? Let's be honest about what it's making you feel. Tell me it out loud. It's been making me feel. Tapping underneath the nose. I've been feeling really. Tell me what you've been feeling. Saying that core emotion that's been coming up for you. Tapping underneath the lips. I've been stuck in. What have you been stuck in? What core emotion have you been stuck in? I've been stuck in. And I don't know how to get out of it. Tapping the center of the chest. Part of me thinks it'll always be here. Part of me thinks I'll always be stuck with, and tell me what that emotion is. And it's been really hard for me. Tapping the front of the ribs. And I want you to tune into how it's been affecting your life. I want you to feel into the struggle that it's happening inside your life because of it. And then on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the highest, 0 being the least, how intense has it been? Has it been a 0 to a 10? What's it been? And then go ahead and just write the number in the chat area. And then come back to tapping. It's been a, and just tell me what it's been out loud. Tapping the side of the wrist. My struggle with, tell me what your struggle has been. Is a, and tell me the number again. And feel it. Just bring presence to it right now. Just bring honesty to it. Accept it as it is. Be present with what's going on. Not trying to change it. Not trying to make it different. Just being with it right now. Just be with how it feels. Feel it. Be with it. And then take a big, deep breath in and release a big sigh. Ah. Good. Really voice those sighs, tapping the side of the wrist. It's been a, tell me the number. It's been a, and I've really struggled with this. Tapping the side of the thumb. And I've been thinking what? What have you been thinking as a result of this happening in your life? Have you been thinking, I'm not good enough, my needs don't matter, I'm a failure, it's never going to work, I'm not good enough, I'm too young, I'm too old, what if I fail? What are some of the thoughts? And now just staying with me, tapping out loud and saying it out loud. I've been thinking, tell me what it is. I've been thinking, say it again. Tapping the next finger. I've been thinking, tell me what you've been thinking. Tapping the next finger. And I've been really struggling with this. And just feel the struggle with that thought and how that makes you shut down even more, how it makes you react or resist. Feel how that thought affects your life. Even though I've been thinking, tell me what the thought is. She's pulling me through, it's a small crime. It's possible I'm still worthy of love. Is that all right? Yeah. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. It's possible I'm still worthy of love. Is that all right? Yeah. You don't shoot it, how am I supposed to hold it? Even though I've been struggling with this. Give my gun away when it's loaded. It's possible I'm still worthy of love. It's possible I am still worthy of love. I'm struggling with, tell me what it is. Take a big, deep breath in and release a big sigh. Tapping the little finger. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. Tapping the side of the hand. Even though I wish I wasn't here. Even though I wish this wasn't happening. I accept that this is happening. It doesn't make it right. I'm accepting the reality right now. And just say the reality. You know, so much of the time we don't even want to admit it. So let's just say what's going on. Let's just say what the reality is right now. I accept that and just tell me what's happening. I accept that. Tell me what it is that's happening. Tapping the top of the head. I accept that. Tell me what's going on for you. And just feel it right now. Take a big, deep breath into it. Feel all of it. Just accept it as it is right there in all of its discomfort. Release a big sigh. Good. Tapping between the brows. Okay. I'm ready to look at this so that I can finally heal this. Tapping the temples. I'm ready to look at this. So that I can finally clear it out of my system. Tapping the cheeks. I'm ready to look at this. I'm ready to look at what? Tell me what you're ready to look at. Say it out loud. I'm ready to look at. Tell me what it is again. And take a long, deep breath into it. Feel it right there. Lean on the edge of the discomfort. Hold it in compassion. Hold it in understanding right now that you are safe to look at this. You're in a safe place right now to be with it. Take a big, deep breath into it and release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping underneath the nose. I'm in a safe place to look at this. I'm in a safe place right here, right now. Tapping underneath the lips. Take another big, deep breath in. Release a big sigh. Good. Tapping the center of the chest. You guys ready to really look at this with me? Give me a little thumbs up if you're ready to go deeper. Yep. Okay, good. So I want you to tune into the thoughts that you've been having in your mind around this. What's been going on inside your mind? And what types of emotions are connected with these thoughts? I've been thinking, tell me those thoughts right now, the most limiting thoughts present for you. Tapping the front of the ribs. And I want you to tune in right now to your earliest memory of thinking that same thought and feeling a similar way. And whatever memory just jumps into your mind right now, that's the one. Sometimes we can't go all the way back to childhood because we have childhood numbed out. So it might be a year ago or 2 years ago, but as early as you can go back, the better. So when was the first time you remember thinking and feeling a similar way about this topic? Was it something that mum and dad did or something that happened earlier on that made you believe that? Tapping the side of the ribs. This reminds me of, and just tell me out loud, speak it out loud, what that memory was that you just chose. Tapping the side of the wrist. This reminds me of, tell me about that memory right now. This reminds me of, and feel that right now. And I want you to tell me out loud the whole story of what was taking place in that scene. Just speak it out loud as if you're watching it on a movie and telling the story. I was, and this happened, and it made me feel this, and they did that. Just go on a rant, talk it out loud, tell me the story. I was, and this happened, go ahead. Where were you? What was taking place? How old were you? Tapping the side of the thumb. And the worst part about that memory was what? Tell me what the worst part was. Speak it out loud. What was the part that really made you shut down? What was the part that made you doubt yourself? What was the part that hurt the most? Just speaking it out loud, staying with me. Stay away from the chat for the moment so that you can really be with the process. I'll get you to chat shortly. Tapping the next finger. The worst part was, say it out loud. That's when I started to believe what? What did you start to believe in that worst part of the memory? That's when I started to believe and that made me feel, tapping the next finger, what did you feel? That made me feel. And I've been feeling that for a really long time. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. And I've been thinking, what have you been thinking for a really long time? And I haven't been trusting myself. Tapping the little finger inside. I haven't been trusting my power because of this. Tapping the side of the hand. I've been trying to get my power outside of me. I've been trying to get people to love and approve of me. I've been trying to convince people. What have you been trying to convince the world of? I've been trying to convince the world what? Tapping the top of the head. And I've really been struggling to get what? What do you really want? I've been really struggling to get. Tell me what that is. Feel that right now. Take a long, deep breath into it. Release a big sigh. Good. You're doing beautiful. Tapping between the brows. I love and deeply accept myself. Tapping the temples exactly as I am. Even though I lost my power then, it's possible I'm still worthy of love. Tapping the cheeks. Even though I got shut down when what happened? Tell me what it is. It's possible I'm still a good human being. It's possible I'm still worthy of safety, love, and support. And I forgive myself for thinking I wasn't. And just send some forgiveness right now to that earlier version of you who started to believe that you were less than what you truly are, who started to put yourself down, who started to think it was all your fault, who started to blame and criticize yourself because of that. And just send some forgiveness for picking that up and thinking that it was you. Send a big wave of empathy and compassion to that earlier part of yourself that just didn't know better because you weren't getting the love and support you needed. You weren't getting the safety and care you needed. Just send that earlier version of you some compassion right now for how confusing that was. And then take a long, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Good. Tapping underneath the nose. What I really needed in that situation was what? What did you really need in that situation that would have helped you thrive, that would have helped you believe in yourself, that would have helped you trust your power, that would have given you confidence, made you feel safe and loved? What did you need that would have made everything okay? I really needed, and tell me out loud what you needed. Say it out loud. Tapping underneath the lips. I really needed, tell me again. I really needed, tell me what you needed. Tapping the center of the chest. I really needed. Let's voice this, because at that age, you probably weren't even able to voice it. You might have even doubted your ability to voice it, or thought that you weren't even worthy of asking for it or even admitting it. So let's do it right now. What did you need back then? I really needed. I really needed. Let's be real. Let's get deep down into the true yearning for that, the true desire for that, the true wanting of that, the true wishing and hoping and praying that maybe one day you will get it. Really needed. Tapping the front of the ribs. But I didn't get it. Tapping the side of the ribs. I really needed. Tell me what you really needed. But I didn't get it. I didn't get what? What didn't you get in that situation? And I really needed that. Tapping the side of the wrist. That would have really helped me. That would have given me strength. If I had have received what? Tell me what it was. Take a long, deep breath in to all that's there right now. Release a big sigh. Ah. Beautiful. Tapping the side of the thumb. It's possible I was worthy of that. Tapping the next finger. It's possible I was worthy of what? What is it that you were worthy of? Tapping the middle finger. It's possible I was worthy of. Tell me what that is. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. And I've been worthy this whole time. I'm worthy of it right now. Take a long, deep breath into all that is there right now. Hold it in all the light of love, all the pristine care, all of the clarity that this is the truth. And release a big sigh. Ah. Beautiful. Tapping the little finger. I am worthy of. Tell me what that is. Tapping the side of the hand. I am worthy of. Tell me what that is. And I have been worthy this whole time. Even though I didn't get it back then. I have been worthy of it. Because my life is sacred. And I am a good human being. Take a big, deep breath into that. Feel any discomfort around that, any contraction, any pain, any pushing away, any hiding, any thinking that you're not deserving, any holding back, any self-doubt that's there. Lean into that contraction that's right there. Bring your presence into it. Hold it in the presence. Deep breathe into it. Open it up. Release a big sigh. Good. Tapping the top of the head. I am worthy of. Tell me what it is you're worthy of. Tapping between the brows. And I'm ready to have this in my life now. Ready to experience? What are you ready to experience in your life? What are you ready to bring into your life? What are you ready to receive? What have you been calling in for so many years that it's finally time to just let go and let it in? I'm ready to receive. Tell me what that is. Tapping the temples. I am ready to receive. Tell me what that is. Tapping the cheeks. I am worthy of receiving. Tell me what that is. Take a big deep breath into that, releasing a big sigh. Beautiful, beautiful work. You're all doing so good. Tap underneath the nose. I can receive. Tell me what you're ready to receive. Tapping underneath the lips, and I can have this today. Are you ready to see if you can bring this into your life right here, right now? Are you ready to practice bringing this into your life and receiving it? Give me a thumbs up if you are. Yeah, okay, beautiful. So in order to do that, I want to take you back to that most painful part of the memory. Tapping the center of the chest. And as you're feeling that most painful part, zoom in on it again. I want you to feel where the contraction was in that memory. I want you to feel where all hope was lost, where you started to shut down, where you started to think that you weren't good enough or that your needs didn't matter. And as you're feeling that memory right now, give yourself permission to feel it, intensify it by 50%. Get really uncomfortable with it. And now intensify it by 75%. Really lean onto the edge of how painful that was in that moment, just for a moment. We're only going to feel it for a moment, so let's really go for it. Let it be uncomfortable. The more you let yourself feel all that texture, the more we're going to be able to clear it. Intensify the uncomfortability by 100%. Really go for it just for a moment. Lean into that discomfort. Bring all of your compassion now into that discomfort. Release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the front of the ribs. And in that memory right now, while you're still in the parts of that struggle, I want you to imagine for a moment, while you're in there, where you started thinking that all hope was lost, where you started to doubt your power and you stopped trusting yourself. I want you to imagine that you open your eyes up and you look into the corner of the frame, and there is your higher self in the corner of the frame. And they're watching this whole situation take place. And they saw how you were treated. They saw what happened. They saw the pain. They're watching it from afar. Tapping the side of the ribs. And they have so much compassion right now, and they have so much understanding for what you just went through. And with that, you feel their presence, their compassion, their love, their empathy. And you feel them just with so much grace come over to you in that moment. And they just get down on your level and they look at you deeply in the eyes. And they bring you close to their chest in a big, warm hug right now. Let yourself feel the compassion of your higher self in a big, warm hug. And then take a big, deep breath in and release a big sigh. Ah. Tapping the side of the wrist. Take another big, deep breath in. Release a big sigh. Ah. Feel all of their love holding you right now. All of their compassion, all their understandings, all of their presence. And they're just with you in it right now. Take another big, deep breath in. Release a big sigh. Ah. Tapping the side of the thumb. And just feel any pain that wants to be released in that hug right now. That wants to be held in the tenderness of that love. Breathe into that space in the cavities of your heart, in the spaces within your body, wherever it's living in your body right now. Feel it in the body. Is it living somewhere? Is it a texture? What does it feel like in the body right now? Lean into it and allow that hug, that love from your higher self, with all of that infinite compassion and understanding be met there. And then take a big, deep breath in and release a big sigh. Ah. Beautiful. Take another big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Ah. Releasing, tell me what you're releasing right now. And then as your higher self looks at you right in the eyes right now, as if you're seeing the eternity of your own soul reflecting back at you, as you witness the depth of love shining through their eyes back at you right now, the depth of wisdom and care. What do they want to say to you right now? What is their message to you in this moment? They're telling me, what are they telling you? My higher self is telling me, we're going to get through this. This is the hardest part right now. Stay with me. My higher self is telling me, tapping the middle of the finger right now. My higher self is telling me, tell me what your higher self is saying in this message. And it's possible I can trust this. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. It's possible I can trust what? What are you ready to trust? What's your higher self telling you? It's possible I can trust. Tell me what that is. Tapping the little finger. I'm ready to trust. Tell me what the message is of your higher self. I am ready to trust. Tell me what that is again. Tapping the side of the hand. I can trust. Tell me what you can trust. Take a big, deep breath in. Release a big sigh. Ah. Ready to allow. What is the message? What message are you ready to allow into your life now? And it's possible this message is true. Tapping the top of the head. It's possible, it's true that. What is the message? And go ahead and write the message into the chat area and then come back to tapping with me. It's possible, it's true that, and tell me your message out loud. Tapping between the brows. It's possible that it's true that. Tell me what that is. I am worthy. I can trust myself. Tapping the temples. I can find happiness. I can attract and receive safe people. Tapping the cheeks. It's possible I can trust what? Tell me what the message is. Say it again. Tapping underneath the nose. I'm ready to trust. Tell me what you're ready to trust. I am ready to trust. Say it out loud. I want you to feel this right now. I want to feel the call of your inner being to really invoke this now, to know what is possible, to know that what your higher self is speaking to you is the absolute truth, beyond any circumstance, beyond what anything happened, beyond what anyone said, beyond what happened to you, that this truth, that your higher self is speaking to you right now, your higher self knows the truth. And that this is an invitation from your higher self to step into that right now and to claim it as your life, to claim it as your truth. You may live in the power of what this message truly is, so that you may create and claim a life that is guided by this power. That you may create and manifest the gifts and blessings that come from this ultimate truth. That you may live in an embodied space that all is well. That you get to let go of the old story that wasn't even yours, and you get to choose now powerfully. Tapping underneath the lips. I get to choose what? Tell me what the new belief is. I get to choose. And I'm making up for lost time. I'm making up for all the times I forgot to trust myself. I'm choosing this now for my life. And I don't care what happens outside of me. I don't care how other people respond. I don't care what other people say. I'm trusting what? What are you trusting? Because this is what's most important. I'm ready to trust. Tell me what that is out loud. Tapping the center of the chest. And I want you just to close your eyes right now, and I want you to put a smile on your face, and I want you to see this message right now, the invitation to fully allow this message into your life. And what could happen in your life if you actually allowed this message to sink in? Who could you become if you allowed this message to touch the very essence of your being and open you up into the miracle that you are? What could happen in your life? What would transform in your life if you fully allowed this message to guide you? What would be happening in your life if you allowed this message, if you trusted this message? I would be, tell me what you would be doing and what would be happening. I would be, tell me it out loud. I would be, tell me what it is. Up in the front of the ribs. And I want you just to describe in elaborate detail what you would be creating in your life, how you would be showing up, how you would be communicating, how you would be moving through space, how you would be seeing reality. Just go on a rant, talk about it, say it as if it's happening. Say it as if you're watching it on a movie of your day tomorrow. I would be, tell me what it is. And really feel it. I would be. Yes! 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 Tell me what else you would be doing. Who would you get to be? How would you get to shine in the world? How would you get to stand in your power? How would you get to magnetize and choose your destiny? I would be, tell me what else you'd be doing. Keep going, what else? Yes, yes, Michelle, yes. And then as you do that, as you allow the whole story to change, as you allow the whole timeline to shift, as you allow yourself to be radical, as you allow yourself to say, this is who I truly am. This is what I truly stand for. This is what I believe in. And this is the life I am creating. That right now, if you made that jump, feeling what positive emotions would you be feeling? Now go ahead and write those positive emotions in the chat. I would be feeling, tell me what they are. Tapping the side of the wrist, I would be feeling free, bliss. Tapping the side of the thumb, happy, expanded, present, joyful, grateful, confident, love, happy and blessed, successful, joyful. Feel everyone's intentions as your own intentions right now, because yes, that is the new dimension for you. Tapping the next finger. When I create, what are you creating? What are you doing? Tell me how you're showing up. What are you doing in those relationships? What are you doing in those situations? How are you bringing this new embodiment through? How are you allowing that to shape shift the reality that you live in? How are you allowing that to infuse transformation to serve the gift that you are? When I get to what? What are you showing up as? When I get to, tell me what that is. It feels really, tapping the next finger, tell me the top 3 positive emotions that you get to feel. It makes me feel, Can you allow it to rise up in your body right now? I want you to expand how good it feels. I want you to expand the beauty of it in your life right now. I want you to expand how good it feels by 50%. Imagine just expanding your whole body, your whole energy field, that there is a brightness opening up, that there is an extraordinary light coming out of you. And how good that can feel by 75%. Like, how good can you allow to feel? Can you allow yourself to feel? And how good that feels by 100%. Really go there. So good, so powerful, so in alignment, so real, so connected to the power of your truth, so connected to the power of your bliss, your beauty, your honor, your care, your knowing, your self-worth, what you stand for. Deep breath, release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the little finger. I am creating what? What are you creating? Tapping the side of the hand. I am living, breathing what? Describe yourself. I am a living, breathing miracle. I am a living, breathing powerhouse. I am a living, breathing love. What are you a living, breathing? Beautiful. Take a big, deep breath into feeling all of that goodness. Let it touch everything, your relationships, your opportunities, your work, your things that you do on a day-to-day basis. Breathe in, release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the top of the head. I've got this. I'm connecting to the power of my truth now. And I am what? Who are you truly? And I am. What are you truly? Who are you truly? And then go ahead and write that in the chat area. Let us know who you truly are, because we want to see you. We want you to see you seeing us and us seeing you. Tapping between the brows. This together. I am a life force. Temples, I am love, love, love. I am powerful. Underneath the nose, I am magnetic. Tapping underneath the lips, I am a child of God. I am a warrior of light. A goddess or a god. Existence embodied. I am worthy. Tapping the center of the chest, take a big, deep breath in. Release a big sigh. Beautiful. Now tap all over your body and tell yourself 10 affirmations out loud right now about who you are, what you're worthy of, what you get to create, and how fun it gets to be. Go ahead and say it out loud. 10 affirmations right now. And then as you're saying them, I want you to tune into how fun it gets to be you, because you are such an amazing creature of the universe. And it gets to be fun, it gets to be playful, you get to be on planet Earth and enjoy it all. And you get to enjoy this because it is your authentic nature and it gets to be easy. So tell me all those affirmations right now. Tap all over your body. I am worthy of, I'm ready to, I'm creating. Go ahead and say them all out loud. Let your body move while you tap. Move your body around, move your head around, move your shoulders around. Shake it out a little bit. Shake the the head, shake the body, shake the hands and the arms, shake the hips, shake the legs, shake it all out. Yeah, really go for it. Just shake it all out right now. Go for it. 10 seconds of shaking. Beautiful. Tapping all over your body. Take a big deep breath in. Release a big sigh. Now we're going to do something fun. We're going to do a laughter round to do a final lifting of our vibration. In a moment, I'm going to ask you all to unmute your audio. We're going to tap all over our body and we're going to laugh for no reason. When we laugh for no reason, it produces the same happy hormones inside of our brain to flush our whole system with all of those yummy chemicals. This helps with the resetting process. So even if you don't feel like laughing, you can just go ho ho ha 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 he he he. Or you can just laugh at me or laugh at someone else on the screen or laugh at the collective and just give yourself permission to look silly, to sound silly, and to see where the energy can take you, okay? So I'm going to invite you all to unmute right now. One momento. All right, there we go. Okay, so on the count of 3, 1, 2, 1. Okay, take a long, deep breath in. Bring your arms up. Hold a ball around you. Inhale, hold the breath. Hold the breath. Hold that whole ball of energy right now. Feel that ball being filled with light right now. So much light. Exhale, slowly bring your hands around the ball and into prayer. Hold the breath out. Inhale, bring the ball up and around again, up around to the top. Hold the breath. Keep the breath held. Exhale, come around, bring it back into prayer. Hold the breath out. This time, bring the prayer all the way up the central channel, up through the third eye. Inhale. Bring it up to the sky. Feel yourself lifting all your energy up through that central channel. Take a little bit more of a sip in. Feel all the energy coming into the higher centers through the third eye, the crown. And And then turn your hands to either side and gently bring your arms down to either side of your body, blowing all the air out. And resting your hands on your knees, taking this moment to feel that alignment of your spine. Feel yourself connected to spirit, connected to the higher planes, while also rooted in your being through the root and to the North Star.
There is so much magnificence near the ocean.
And feeling into this place that's deeply connected to spirit.
Waves are coming in. Waves are coming
This place that's deeply connected to your own intuitive intelligence.
There is so much magnificence near the ocean.
And taking this moment right now to receive a message from this space. To receive a message from that spiritual intuition. What does this connection to your own spirit want to tell you right now?
Near the ocean. Waves are coming in. Waves are coming in.
Feeling that message, and whenever you receive the message from your spirit, go ahead and write that message in the chat area. I am worthy. I am special. Find balance. I am safe. I trust. We've got you. I am loved. I am allowed. I am wonderful. Don't be afraid. I am enough. You can do this. I am free. I am balanced. You are expanding. I am more than enough. Trust myself. Go for it. You matter. You have the purpose. You have abundance. You are centered. There's more to life. No more worrying, no matter what it is about. I am worthy. I can trust myself. I am enough. My revelations will come. You are loved. You can do it. Stay calm and be you. I am protected, loved, and safe. Feeling your own prayer right now, placing your hand on your chest. And feeling this blessing of this intention, this prayer right now coming into your life. Feel this blessing touching all of your relationships, this message. Feel it transforming your life right now. Taking one more deep breath in. Releasing with a sigh. And I want you to ask yourself, what can you do for yourself on a daily basis as something consistent to remind yourself of this message? So here are some ideas that you can come up with your own creative ones. For me, sometimes I like to write it on a Post-it note, leave it next to my bed. Sometimes I like to say it as an affirmation in the morning. I like to journal about it, my discoveries around it. Or I like to share the message with other people to remind them and me what the truth is. So what is something that you can consistently do over the next week that will bring this message into your field over and over again? Beautiful. Affirmations every day. Beautiful. Another thing that you can do is you can just tap on your chest whenever you feel disconnected to it. And you can just say it out loud. I am loved. I am worthy. I am ready. And that could be your simple practice over the next week to keep coming back to that, keep coming back to this space that you have opened up inside of you. Beautiful. Jim, I like it, Michelle. Nice. Awesome. So we have a short moment for about 2 or 3 people to share something that they discovered in the process. But before we do, I would love for you to just tune in right now and tune into the number that it was for you at the start. A lot of you had 10s, 7s. Where is the intensity for you now? What is the number for you now? And you can write the number that you had at the start and then the number that it is now. 8 to a 4, 10 to a 2, 4 to a 5, 10 to a 2, 9 to a 2, 10 to a 6, 8 to a 1, 9 to a 2, 8 to a 2, 15 to a 3. Well done, Kelly. 10 to a 4, 9 to a 2, 7 to a 2, 10 to a 1, 10 to a 0. Beautiful. You all did such beautiful work. 11 to a 1, 8 to a 0. Beautiful. Yeah, sometimes you might think that you're numb because you cleared out the emotion. So what can often happen in tapping is because you clear out the emotion in such a short amount of time, and we're often not used to that, especially if you're used to going to therapy or doing like coaching and stuff, because this is really clearing out the trigger. Oftentimes by the end of the session, it's like, oh, I don't really feel that emotion anymore. Am I numb? And actually, most of the time, it's just that the emotion is no longer there. You cleared it out. During the start of a session, a lot of the time there's more numbness, and over time the numbness will clear out through the tapping session. And then by the end, usually there's less numbness and there's also more healing. So that is often a journey when we're working with numbness. Yes, the replay will be available in 48 hours and you guys will be getting an email for that. Wow, 3 issues. Okay. So usually I would just suggest working on one issue, because when you choose one issue, you get more growth in that particular area, and you can come back 2 other times and do those issues at different times and you'll see more progress. Beautiful. So if you had something that you discovered in the journey tonight, something that was a light bulb for you, a piece of wisdom that you discovered, something that you think will benefit your life as a piece of wisdom, or something that you learned from a memory that you think might also be a gift for everyone else to hear as well, I would love you to put your hand up and share one of your experiences as a way to not only integrate it into your own life, but to offer it to the universe and to this beautiful community that's learning through each other. So go ahead and raise your hand if you want to share something that you discovered tonight. And you can go next to your name and next to the little dots on your name, and you can click the little hand button. Beautiful. Okay, awesome. Bridget, I'm going to bring you up, my love. Hi, honey.
Hello. Oh my gosh, that was so awesome. So awesome. So I've been dealing with self-sabotage and just really like just completely beating myself to a bloody pulp, energetically, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you name it. I have been my biggest adversary for a very long time, but I had no idea where it came from. Because I mean, I don't know, I guess as a child it was more like you know, being abandoned and being by myself, so I didn't really, I don't know. But after my battle with cancer, I opened up a 501c3 nonprofit outreach, and even being in service, I found myself still self-sabotaging. And through this process today, you helped me to see that a lot of this began when I was first like spirit will, I mean, if you're not ready for something at that moment, like you'll get a second chance is essentially what I'm getting at. Right now, I am in service to others, and I'm really proud of that. I'm proud of those accomplishments. But I was still in self-sabotage, and where that comes from was when I was 24, I was highly addicted to methamphetamines and alcohol and pretty much any substance I could get my hands on. And I was put in a situation where my father came to the city and state I was living in, and he had dementia and a lot of really awful ailments, and I didn't know how to help him. And the more I didn't know how to help, the more I turned to alcohol and drugs and numbing it, because I was brought up to believe that we take care of our elders, that I would never, put my grandparents or my parents in a home or anything like that, that as, like the older sibling that you step up and you just take on that role. Well, at that time, I didn't have any stability. I didn't have anybody to empower me as to how to help my dad. I was just placed with the here you go, here's your dad, he's all messed up right now, but good luck with that. And so for the last, God, I'm 42 now, so for the last, I don't even know how many years, I have been continuously beating myself up, feeling like I'm unworthy. And I don't know, it's really been a huge eye opener to me that it's not even necessarily the traumas that you endured in your life. It's really like taking accountability and accepting that you sometimes are your own problem. Like nobody told me that I was a piece of garbage or unworthy because I couldn't help my dad or anything like that because I became an addict. They just kind of left me alone and sort of left me like fall to my face on my own. So it was me that was telling myself, look at you junkie, God, you're a piece of shit for not taking care of your dad. Like it was me that did all of this internal and external damage to myself for a lot of years. And forgiving the self is absolutely like the most important thing in anybody's journey, I feel like, because when you get down to the nitty-gritty of those traumas, yeah, my family could have been more supportive, but the reality of it is I beat myself up way worse than my dad or anybody else actually did.
Oh,
But I
wow.
internalized all of that, and like realizing now, that I created a lot of my own stuff. I created a lot of my anxiety. I created a lot of the self-sabotage simply because I didn't have anything else. I didn't have the love and support. So I didn't know, I didn't have a basis, to say, oh, okay, so this is bad. Like I shouldn't hold myself in such a negative space. I didn't have that, balance of a reflection to even know, but this was super deep, and thank you very much. I loved it.
Beautiful,
It was
beautiful,
great.
sister. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, it's amazing when we start to discover tools, because we weren't given tools growing up. And so yes,
Right.
we can, our mind and our emotional system can be left out in the wind. And when we don't have parents embodying tools or our early teachers, then we can get very lost. So finding tools like this or anything else that allows you to get back into that alignment and back into that center to really know who you truly are is such a powerful place. And good for you for doing that and
Thank
aligning
you.
yourself with that. Nice
Thank you
work.
so much. I loved it very much.
Beautiful,
Thank
sister.
you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Thank you, everyone.
Bless you, honey. All right, Tally, you want to come up?
Yeah, hi everyone. How are you?
Really good. Good to see you.
Thank you. I've been on this beautiful journey. I'm sorry. First of all, it was beautiful. I was sobbing the whole time. My camera was off. I apologize for that. But
no, don't be sorry.
I was
you are
sobbing.
free.
I was not crying. I was bawling my eyes out. I mean, I really connected to it. It was like a really good answer to what I've been going through. I had the normal, bad childhood and a lot of trauma. Bad child.
Oh, you just muted, Tally. Can you unmute yourself? Okay,
Yes,
there
sorry.
you go. Go ahead.
I've been on this beautiful journey for the past couple of years. I had, just traumatizing childhood, like everyone. I thought it was only me, but I guess I'm not that original. and it's turning out to be not really original at all. I had all the crap happen to me. And I grew very weak from that. I always had problems with my throat as well. And I just got it this week. And so I thought, oh my God, I can't believe it came back, because I've been on this beautiful journey. Throat means that, you know, you're not able to, you're not heard or you're not listened to. And that's how I felt my whole life. And I've been on this beautiful journey, listened to a million books and, you know, did things. And I've been feeling so much. I've been happy. I've been happy for the past 2 years. I can't believe it. And then I got COVID. And after the COVID, I got this thing in my tonsils and everything. So I kind of went back to being bad. And I was like, oh my God, did I not make any progress? That was confusing to me. So I guess, I mean, I'm not there yet. Obviously, there's a lot of things that I want to change, but what happened today was beautiful. And it was powerful. It was beautiful. And I can't wait to meet you in person.
Me too, my love. What was
Thank
a
you.
vision that came through for your life in this session?
It's funny, I talked about it with my sister today. It's me as a child, because I was never talked to, I was never checked on, I was never cared for. It went with me my whole life. And even as a child in a kindergarten, I was so young. And there was this fun day that was supposed to be outside, and everybody's going outside. And because I never understand what's going on, everybody's outside playing and it's fun, but we're supposed to be inside, you know, preschool at that moment. And because that changed on me, it scared me a lot. And I started crying. And normally no one would approach me as a teacher and come. No one ever asked me how I was. And that teacher came to me and said, hey, what's going on? Why are you crying? And I kept on crying. I didn't know how to express myself. And she said, it's okay. It's just a fun day. It's different from normal day, but it's a fun day. And I was like, oh, and I was so appreciated that she took the time to talk to me. It was unbelievable. And that memory came to me today, and I talked to my sister. And a few years later, I dressed up as Wonder Woman. And I had that vision. I just mixed up, you know, I've been really working on me and my happiness. And so I have envisioned myself as that crying cute little girl, the cutest girl, like the best. She was so good. And she was so easygoing and so nice. And no one ever took the time. And so I cried a lot about this memory. And I started envisioning myself as you know, Wonder Woman there, that she's powerful. And I give a really nice ending to that story. But I guess the pain is not completely gone away, as I've been thinking for the past 2 years. Like for the past month, I got COVID and some things, and my energy and will of power and all the good stuff that I felt, and that good energy, that vibrance has went away. And so I've been crying like for 2 days in bed now, because my tonsils have been bad. I can't take care of my kids. I have 2 little ones and I can't take care of them.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Wow,
but it was a
sister.
good ending, and I'm hoping to stick to that good ending.
Good.
And I
Yes.
kind of went backwards.
Okay, so you get to, in the morning, when you wake up every morning, do a little visualization of you as Wonder Woman in that cape, and imagine your day taking Wonder Woman through your day before you start your day. And that
Beautiful.
works as a way to set your intention and your vibration and your communication with the universe about what you're consciously choosing to create. So even if it's for 5 minutes every morning, just do that vision, Wonder Woman, what am I doing today? Okay, Wonder Woman's moving through all of those pieces, and then start the day and let that manifest what you're creating. And
Beautiful.
good for you, sister. And I want you to know, some things in our journey have more layers to them and some have less. And so some things take longer, and that's okay, because you have eternity and you're some point in between now and forever, and it doesn't have to be rushed. You're doing the right stuff. You're taking care of yourself. You're peeling off the layers of the onion, and there isn't an infinite amount of layers to an onion. So you just keep peeling, and every time you peel a layer off, it gets easier. And you're doing such beautiful work. So congratulations. Really
Thank
beautiful
you
to
very
share.
much. It was beautiful. It was amazing. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, sister. Beautiful. All right. So we have space for one more. Jean, do you want to jump up?
Hi, thank you. That was fabulous. I've been on a lot of tappings. I tapped with a counselor, and that really worked through everything. Thank you. But I think I'm probably one of the oldest ones on here. and I have struggled a lot. Through my cousin got hit when we were 4, and it was my idea to go across the road, and I blamed myself.
Okay.
And I could tell I have worked through the blame, but I still, when he got out of the hospital, it ran over his head. It was bad. And he survived. And when he got out, he had a lot of attention. And I just realized within the last year that I felt like he was getting all the attention. And my younger sister got all the attention. So I really worked a lot on that. And also surrendering to God.
Beautiful.
I'm taking Sufi teaching from Dr. Jaffe, MD.com, which is fabulous. But because I'm older, I will say to all of you, keep doing what you're doing because it's all worth it. And it doesn't stop. Even Dr. Jaffe says he has to work at it every day. But keep doing what you're doing, guys, because girls, it's really worth it. And I can tell by the chats and stuff that they're moving in the right places, and tapping is, if I wasn't doing the Sufi teaching, and if I go level 2, and if I get through that, I'll be a healer.
Beautiful.
I would be doing the tapping as a practitioner because it really is good stuff.
Yeah, it really
Thank
is.
you. You're doing a great job. I'm trying to talk my daughter into doing it.
Beautiful. Awesome. The more people we can get tapping, the better.
I tell her to tap. Maybe she'd do it.
Bring her to the next live
Thank
tapping
you.
experience. Thank you, sister.
Thank you.
Bless you, honey. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, I absolutely agree with you in terms of the consistency, which is something that I spoke about at the start of the session around really showing up for ourselves throughout our whole life. And it never ends. It just keeps getting better, and we just keep evolving. And then there's new things that evolve that we get to evolve through, and we get to keep peeling those layers off and becoming more expanded in our expression. And tapping is such an amazing tool for that, because it supports you not only in healing all of that traumatic stuff, but then as a result of clearing out all the trauma, you then become an amazing manifester, because the less emotional conflict you have inside your being, the more open you are to receive, the more the universe can hear your intentions, because you don't have a lot of conflicting things in your field. And so for me, it's been such a powerful process to have this as my ally for life. And so I really agree with you on that we get to have these tools that get to join us for a lifetime of adventure. We actually have a couple of things which I would love, if anyone is at all interested. We do have a certification training that we do twice a year. The next one opens up in June, and it's a 6-month container. We're having such a beautiful time right now with all of the students, and we're just growing and evolving so much. It's so beautiful to witness everyone in the training. So if you're interested in wanting to share it with the world and to do your own healing and then to be able to bring it out into the world, there is a certification that we do offer. I'll have Shauna leave a link for that one. And then if you feel like you do want to see me in person and you want to tap together in person, I'm going to be doing a retreat in June as well. And that's going to be a 3-day retreat in Nebraska, I believe, at the Art of Living Retreat Center. And that's a 3-day deep dive into learning how to tap, how to heal yourself, and how to share it with others. And it's going to be a really beautiful container at that retreat center. So there's lots of ways that we can continue to dance together. You can keep coming to these free live events. They happen every 2 weeks. We send out tapping sessions each week in the newsletter so that you can keep practicing. And if you want to go deeper, there's a certification, there's retreats that happen. So you'll see a link in there, tapping certification, and then the retreat link, Shauna will pop in there as well. So I'm excited to continue this journey with each of you. And thank you all for turning on your microphones, for turning on your cameras, for laughing with us, for crying with us, to feeling all the emotions. That's what makes us human, being it all, being the rainbow. And thank you for being the rainbow in this community with us. It is my deepest honor. I love you all, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks. So we'll see you soon. Bye for now.